Hello everybody, this is Steve Sigmiller, and today I want to talk to you about the 3 secrets to awesomeness in February. So let's get started. So first, let's talk about the difference between quarter 4 and quarter 1. How is December specifically different than January and February? Well, first, December, we've got the holiday shopping, right? We have our customers have a deadline to buy, which is the 24th, right, for all their Christmas presents. There's a lot of traffic. We talk to a lot of customers. And what's nice about the holidays is that customers are actually coming to us to talk to us about their phones. January and February, however, our customers do not have a deadline to buy, right? There's a lot less foot traffic, and our customers aren't really approaching us and saying, hey, I need to upgrade my phone for whatever reason. So the question is, well, how do I make money in January and February? I'm a salesperson, I get paid on commission. How do I make good money in these 2 months? So that is what we're going to talk about. In order to do that, there are 3 key secrets to awesomeness. They are prime the pump, every customer counts, and nobody walks. So before we get into those, we need to talk about a couple of things. Number one is we need to recognize that January, February, and March, they come every year. Waiting for customers to approach us isn't going to help. Waiting for our unicorn customer isn't going to help, right? And by unicorn, I mean the ones that just come up and say they know everything that they need and it's a lay down sell. You're not going to see a ton of those. And number 3 is focusing on traffic won't help either. If you're focusing all about traffic count, you're going to end up waiting 11 months before you get a good check again. You'll be waiting until December. So the second thing we need to do is make sure we're changing our approach. Salesperson versus clerk. You can get away with being a clerk in December. You can't in quarter 1. So what's a clerk? A clerk is somebody that is a rep that takes care of exactly what the customer came in for. So that means if they came in to pay their bill, our rep is only taking care of them on their bill. They do a good job with that, but that is all that they do, right? So a salesperson is somebody that takes care of the customer but convinces that customer to buy something that they didn't initially come in to buy. They do that by uncovering additional needs, by talking to the customer, getting to know them, doing the discovery process, finding needs, and then showing them a product and convincing them to buy it. That's what a salesperson is. Okay, so if we can become a salesperson and then follow the 3 secrets to awesomeness, we're going to have a successful February. So here are they in detail. So prime the pump. What does this mean? This means, this came from an old saying from old pumps coming from water wells. If you didn't use your well for a long time, it would dry up, the neck would, and then you couldn't get water out of it when you were pumping. So what you had to do is you actually had to put water into it to get water out of it. Okay. So how does that apply to our sales? So when I say prime the pump, what I mean is we need to be out on the sales floor and selling something within our first hour of work. We're putting in a lot of hard effort in our first hour of work, and that will pay off in our 3rd hour and 4th hour and 5th hour, the remainder of our shift. For some reason, that works, right? However, on the flip side, if you haven't talked to a customer or you haven't sold anything in the first hour, it's a little bit harder to do it in the 2nd and even harder in the 3rd hour to do it. And by the time you're halfway through your shift, you're off your mojo. You're kind of checked out. It's really hard to stay motivated. So your goal is to sell something, anything in your first hour. Doesn't matter if it's a car charger. It sets you off on the right foot for the remainder of your shift. Okay, so how do we make sure that we do that? Number 1 is you got to get to work early. Okay, it gives you time to clock in, check the promos, use the restroom, get your drink, do some callbacks. So the second your shift actually starts, you are now on the sales floor and you are 100% focused on selling phones and devices. Okay. Number 2 is look good, feel good. Take some extra time to get ready for work. Listen to your favorite tunes on your way to work or while you're getting ready. Do those things that make you look good and make you feel good. That will do a lot for you as you come into work. Okay, so secret number 2, every customer counts. It doesn't matter what day it is, we have warm leads. We have customers that come to us and want to pay their bill. They have a question about an accessory, right? Or they have a question about their phone. Or even if you're in the mall or a BJ's, they have a question about somewhere outside of your store, right? If we think about it, these are warm customers. These are customers that pay their bill, right? They have a phone with us and they're happy with their service generally. And they're comfortable approaching and talking to us. Our job is not only to take care of those customers on what they initially came in for, but we need to make sure that we're pulling up their account and that we're looking for additional opportunities, right? That's why we've been focusing on the 5 WAAs per shift, that we're pulling up the wireless account analysis and we're offering our customer to buy something, right? At the end of the day, every customer interaction, we need to be asking our customer to buy something before they leave. Now, we need to make sure we work through the proper sales technique, right? Earn the right. We connect, we discover, we recommend, and we close. Really, really big emphasis on connecting with our customer and discovering potential needs. Okay, and then the final secret, nobody walks. This is all about overcoming objections and convincing your customer to buy today, right? We know the stats, less than 10% of our customers come back. If they do come back, it's even less of a chance that they're going to run into you and that you're going to get the sale. Even if you give them your business card, right? We know that percentage is low. So your job is to follow all of these steps, and then when you're asking them to buy, that you're trying to convince them to buy today, right? So the steps in overcoming an objection: number 1, confirm that you understand. Number 2 is repeat the objection back to the customer to make sure that you're clear on it. And then number 3 is solve with a what-if statement. And that goes like this: well, Mr. Customer, what if I was able to ... Would that interest you in buying today, right? This sets you up that both you and them are pre-agreeing that if you can resolve this concern, that they will buy today. They say yes to that, you've resolved their concern and they've sold. If they say no to this question, now you know that you have the wrong objection. Now, if you need more help or more information on objections, there is an additional training on how to overcome objections on my YouTube channel. Okay, so to review the 3 secrets to awesomeness again: number 1, prime the pump. Number 2, every customer counts. Number 3, nobody walks. Guys, if you and your team can follow this, you will have success in Q1. You'll be able to sell phones in February and have decent paychecks. So now how do you get your team on board? Number 1, review this with them. Make sure that they understand these 3 secrets to awesomeness. Number 2 is get your reps on the sales floor as soon as they clock in, and get them focused on the most important thing, which is to sell something in your first hour. Okay, that means greets, fishing trips, callbacks. Get them to do that in their first hour and have success. If they don't have success in the first hour and they've given it everything they've got, hit the reset button and do it again for hour 2. If they're giving it everything they got, they will sell something in their first hour. Okay. Number 3 is focus on the 5 WAAs that we've talked about in our initiatives. And then number 4 is your rep should bring you in to help close deals before the customer walks. Okay? You as the manager, your job is to make sure that you talk to every customer before they leave and make sure that you are helping resolve concerns. You are the master at overcoming objections and closing deals today. That's your job, right? So review these 4 things. This will help you get your team on board, have some success with the 3 secrets to awesomeness. Let's have an awesome February.